What if the reason you can't wake up early isn't laziness, but a predictable ADHD sleep pattern that your mornings are accidentally making worse? If you have ADHD and mornings feel like you are dragging a boulder uphill, especially if you go to bed with good intentions and still wake up foggy, there's a real explanation for that. A lot of adults with ADHD screen positive for sleep disorders, and delayed sleep-wake patterns are especially common, meaning your brain may naturally want to fall asleep and wake up later than society expects. So in this video, let's talk about how to make waking up earlier easier without relying on just try harder. This is not medical advice, and it won't replace treatment, but these are ADHD-friendly, science-aligned levers that can make mornings less painful. First, use light like a switch. Light is one of the strongest signals your brain uses to set your circadian rhythm, your internal clock. So getting light soon after waking can help shift that clock earlier over time. Clinical approaches like bright light therapy are specifically used for circadian rhythm issues, such as delayed sleep phase, which is the "my body wants to sleep late" pattern many ADHD adults report. Practical version: in the morning, get bright light in your eyes, ideally outdoors, or through a bright window early and consistently. If you are trying to wake up earlier, the goal is to make your brain believe morning is real as fast as possible. Second, make the first 5 minutes automatic. When you have ADHD, the hardest part of the morning is often task initiation, not knowledge. So instead of designing a perfect morning routine, design a tiny one that runs even when your brain feels offline. A simple sequence like bathroom, brush teeth, quick shower can act like a physical cue chain that transitions you out of sleepiness and into awake mode. This isn't about willpower. It's about reducing choices when your executive function is still booting up. Third, add brief movement to wake the brain. Short, dynamic movement in the morning, something as simple as a few minutes of brisk activity, can support attention and executive function. Research broadly links exercise to improvements in cognitive functioning, including executive processes supported by prefrontal brain networks. For ADHD brains, that matters because mornings often start with low momentum, and movement is one of the fastest ways to create activation energy. Keep it simple: a quick routine, a short walk, or even dancing to one energizing song, anything that gets your heart rate up a bit. Fourth, put your phone out of reach for 2 reasons. If your phone is in bed with you, it tends to hijack 2 critical moments: falling asleep and waking up. Nighttime screen exposure, especially bright, blue-enriched light, can interfere with circadian rhythms and melatonin timing, which affects sleep onset and sleep quality. And in the morning, if your alarm is on your phone, it's way easier to hit snooze and slide into scrolling. 2 things that quietly steal your momentum. A very ADHD-friendly hack is to charge your phone across the room so you're forced to stand up to turn off the alarm. Fifth, be careful with the snooze button. Snooze feels harmless, but it can backfire by keeping you in a groggy in-between state called sleep inertia. A study that measured sleep physiology found that using a snooze alarm can prolong sleep inertia compared with getting up after a single alarm, possibly due to repeated forced awakenings. So if your mornings already feel like quicksand, snoozing can make that sensation stronger, not weaker. If quitting snooze is too hard, the ADHD approach is: change the environment so snooze isn't available. Use a basic alarm clock across the room. Sixth, consider delaying caffeine, at least a bit. A popular tip is to delay coffee after waking, and the reasoning usually relates to the cortisol awakening response. Cortisol tends to rise after waking as part of your normal turn-on process. While online advice varies, the consistent point is that your body already has a built-in morning alerting signal, so caffeine timing can be used more strategically instead of automatically. If caffeine is part of your day, experiment with having water plus a light, plus movement first, then coffee a little later, and see if your focus feels smoother. Seventh, make mornings rewarding before you need motivation. One ADHD trap is expecting motivation to appear first. Instead, create a simple morning plan that your brain actually wants to wake up for. A short list, one enjoyable activity, or one easy win task that starts the day with progress. This matters because consistent routines are easier to execute when they're clear, low friction, and emotionally rewarding. Not just good for you. Try this. Write down a 3-step morning plan the night before. Tiny steps you can do on autopilot. Quick ADHD-friendly setup, 30 seconds. Put your phone on a charger across the room tonight. Decide your first 3 minutes routine. Bathroom, brush, water. In the morning, get bright light ASAP, then add 2 to 5 minutes of movement. Aim for a single alarm, no snooze. If you want more ADHD-friendly routines that actually work with your brain, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and check out the other videos here, because they're built to be practical, not preachy. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.